Hello, the message for today is you are emerald tablets. This message can be a little bit mysterious and surprising at the same time, but Spirit explained it to me, and I have it really clear for you. So it was explained like this, that there is a big pound of water and there is a smaller one beneath. And there are stones in between where the passage is. And them stones are rather big. So the passage is very narrow, very tiny. And this is the nature of it, and it is supposed to be like this. So the big pound of water is divine consciousness. And as we know, the divine has unlimited knowledge and understanding of everything. So there is the knowledge of emerald tablets and much more information. There is a richness of knowledge, information that we can imagine, and there is also a big portion that we even can't imagine. And the little pond there is a little bit beneath is our consciousness. So there is a passage from the divine consciousness to our consciousness. And also both consciousness are made of the same material, because this is water and this is water. And there is the passage, and the divine wants to give us every information that we need, that we desire to have, and that is good for us to have. But as we said, the passage is narrow, and it is the nature of this, so it is supposed to be like this. But unfortunately, there can accumulate between them stones, there can accumulate some impurities that can block altogether the passage. So in this situation, there is a difficulty in the passage, because it was narrow to begin with, and when there are some impurities accumulated, it can be blocked. And what are them impurities? I've understood that the impurities is the knowledge that we acquire from the internet, especially from social media, to a certain extent from books, but I've heard that books are much better than social media, than internet, because on social media we are bombarded with information, and there is also a mechanism of algorithms that when we search for one information, we have another information coming to us related to this. So it's been said, it is said that somebody who searched for this looked up also this, and it's quick. One ends, another starts. It's quick, like this, like this, like this. And we do not learn, we do not have time even to think about it thoroughly, because there are more and more and more and more coming, and it is very unhealthy for us. And it was said also that on social media, on internet, there is only a small portion of information that is beneficial for us. But it is covered by a massive amount of information that we don't need, because the divine is giving us information perfectly designed for us, just in the moment that we need them. And the internet, the social media, are bombarding us with all the information that we need and we don't need. And in majority of cases, we don't need them. And actually, I've seen that it's creating the blockage between us and the divine. And to think about this logically, it's very easy to understand why. Because the divine is talking to us in our heart, inside of us, in silence, when we are separate from the world, when we have our eyes closed, when we are in nature. And if we are searching for information outside, it's creating the blockage, because also it's very disrespectful, because we rely on outside world. Really, them people know better than God, than the divine, what we need to hear? Really? It's like this? I'm not saying not to consult any video, not to follow anyone. I'm not saying this. But what I'm saying and what Spirit wants to say through me today is, in your problems, in your decisions, in your most precious thoughts, rely on the divine, not on the internet. For your spiritual growth, pray to the divine to tell you what to do, what not to do, and remove them impurities if you think that they could accumulate, because they accumulate there by watching too much, by consuming too much, and we know it's true. And there is also another video that contains a picture and a vision I've got from the divine. It's on the topic where attention goes, energy flows. I recommend you to see it. It's very short and it's related to this one, to this topic. So we can be instructed by the divine. We can be privileged to listen to the divine, but the blockage has to be lifted, and the passage has to be free. So this is the message I have for today from my heart, from the divine, and the message is, you are emerald tablets.